The COUNTIFS function in Excel is a formula with which you can count cells based on multiple conditions. So in this example we are selling Apple products, and now we want to count the number of iPhone models with a revenue of over $30,000. And for this we are actually going to use the COUNTIFS function, and you can imagine the COUNTIFS function as a filtering function. So we will basically filter the product group for the text which contains iPhone, and we will also filter the revenue column for the values which are bigger than 30,000. And how are we going to do this? We type in equals COUNTIFS and then the opening bracket, and the first thing we have to pass is the criteria range 1. And our first criteria is the iPhone itself, so the iPhone text. And the criteria range 1 is now the set of data in which we can find this criteria. So we can find the text iPhone in the column B. And therefore, this whole column is our criteria range 1. Now the criteria 1 itself is the text iPhone, which I have written in this cell G3. Now the next function argument is the criteria range 2. And since our second criteria is about the revenue, our criteria range 2 is the whole revenue column. And the criteria 2 is the condition bigger than 30,000. So usually if we would write this down, we would have to type in quotation marks bigger 30,000. And then Excel would go into the revenue column and only count the cells in which the revenue is bigger than 30,000. But since I want to use this cell here, we actually have to split this condition up. So we only put the bigger sign in quotation marks, then we use the and symbol, and then we select this cell H3. So bigger 30,000. Now when we type down the closing bracket and hit the enter key, you can see that we actually have 3 rows where the product group is of type iPhone and where the revenue is bigger than 30,000. Now let's do a quick recap so that you know what Excel is actually doing here. We have set the criteria range 1 as the product group column and the criteria 1 as the text iPhone. And for criteria 2, we have set the revenue column and the criteria bigger than 30,000. So this would be the same as filtering the product group for the value iPhone, since this is our first criteria, and then also filtering the revenue column for values which are greater than 30,000. And as you can see, 3 rows are left, and this is actually what Excel is counting, the number 3. And that's it for this video. If it helped you, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also to hit the like button. Thank you very much, and I see you in the next one.